Hi everyone, Matt Bernier, joined by DRF National Handicapper Mike Watchmaker. The third and final race for this Saturday's Weekend Warrior. We stay at Belmont Park with the New York Breds. Race number 8 is the Hudson Handicap, $150,000 of the purse, 6.5 furlongs on the main track. You've got a field of 10 that is signed on, Mike, you're going to go with the number 8, T Loves a Fight from Michelle Nevin.
I do like T Loves a Fight. T Loves a Fight is a 3-year-old meeting older, but he met older last time, and I think it might be changing of the guard in the New York bred male sprint division, because T Loves a Fight beat a pretty solid field in an open New York bred allowance race last time at Saratoga, and he did it decisively. He came from off the pace that day, which I think is very notable because, in my opinion, speed was good that day at Saratoga. But he managed to come from off the pace, and he beat Weekend Highway and Celtic Chaos, who are two main players in this race. I don't think that race was a fluke. I just think he's an improving 3-year-old who's getting better with every start. I like the fact that he's had a bit of a break since that race because it was a career best for him in terms of buyer figures. He got a 95 in that race, so he's had time to avoid a form regression. And I think T Loves a Fight, an up-and-coming 3-year-old, is going to win right back.
T Loves a Fight, one of the two horses in here with the co-highest last-out buyer in the field of a 95. The other is Ostrolenka. People here in New York very familiar with Ostrolenka. He's been all over the place now. He's been with David Jacobson for basically the entirety of this 2017 year. I suppose the knock here, maybe he likes to settle for minor awards sometimes. Overall feeling on Ostrolenka?
He's in very sharp form, and I thought he ran very well last time out, but that was earlier in the Belmont meet. And the Jacobson barn is a very streaky barn, and they were just red hot early in the meet, and they've got a little cold lately. So as sharp as Ostrolenka is, I actually think he has to fight the negative momentum of his barn right now. And he's a horse that also, all of a sudden at age 5, has started to develop, nibbling characteristics. He's got 9 starts this year, just 1 win, but 4 seconds. And a couple of those seconds I thought he should have won. So, I'm wondering if he really is a bit camera shy at this point in his career.
You can make a case that one of the horses in here, and the horse with the most sort of back class or back ability, is Weekend Hideaway for Phil Serpy. But at 7 years old, recently anyway, it looks like maybe he's tailing off a little bit from a point. He loves Belmont Park. He loves a wet track. He's not going to get a wet track on Saturday. But do you think there's any way we get sort of a return to the good graces and the good races from this horse?
I'm wondering if he might be on the downside of his career at this point. I mean, I'm not going to hold the Vosburg against him. Both he and Celtic Chaos ran on the Vosburg, and Weekend Hideaway finished 5th, and Celtic Chaos finished 4th. They were both beaten a long way in that race. But, that was the Grade 1 Vosburg. Now they're moving back in with State Breds. They're both going to really appreciate that kind of class move. Where I'm concerned about Weekend Hideaway is he was the favorite in that race, that allowance race up at Saratoga, won by T Loves a Fight. And he had a great trip in that race. He was close to the pace. He was on the inside. He was with the flow of the track, and he just had no answer for T Loves a Fight, despite having the best of it with the way the racetrack was playing and the best of it with trips. And, I just wonder, that's the race that makes me wonder if Weekend Hideaway hasn't lost a couple of steps.
Got a number of other interesting runners in here. You've got Sudden Surprise. His first start off the claim for Brad Cox was a giant improvement. You've got a number of other horses that fit in here from a speed figure standpoint. Anyone else interest you in this race?
Celtic Chaos, because the day that he finished 3rd behind T Loves a Fight, he was further back than T Loves a Fight was, and I thought he was compromised by the way the track was playing that day too, and I'm not going to hold the Vosburg against him. And you might ask, well, if Celtic Chaos was maybe a little more compromised by the way the track was playing 2 starts back at Saratoga, why didn't you pick him over T Loves a Fight? I just think T Loves a Fight is moving forward in leaps and bounds at this point. I just think he's an improving horse, whereas we know what we're going to get with Celtic Chaos. Maybe it'll be good enough on Saturday, but I think he's dangerous on a fair racetrack. I think he's going to be more dangerous than he's shown in his last couple of starts.
Race 8 at Belmont Park Saturday afternoon. It is the Hudson Handicap New York Bred Stakes race going on the main track. Mike's going to go with the number 8. T Loves a Fight from Michelle Nevin with John Velasquez in the irons. Mike, great stuff as always. Best of luck this weekend. We'll talk again next week.
Thank you, Matt.